Now, for your pub level player, is just a good hero to go to because you just fade bolt and you've kind of had your presence on the lane, right? Like you
Yeah,
reduce any opportunity for them to do something, you secure the CS, great.
yeah.
Whereas, like you think 4 years ago, not as many people pick Rubik. It might have been an occasional mid hero. It was this flashy kind of like watch me grab the RP. Obviously, there's still that kind of skill cap there, but I think like the minimum requirement level for this hero is why Rubik is in almost every game now.
Yeah, that is true. The hero is really good baseline. He even lost 10 attack speed on level 1, and he's still a very decent pick. Just to put it in perspective, how good that hero was before this nerf. But yeah,
Yeah, I
very
saw that
very
nerf.
decent
I was
hero.
like, really? Is that going to stop? I don't think that's going to stop him at all.
No, it's just such a solid hero. He offers instant disable, he offers damage, and he's always good because the enemies are always gonna pick decent spells, right? You always pick decent spells. The last big Nature's Prophet coming out, by the way, probably a mid lane Nature's Prophet. That's gonna be a lot of pressure on the map, and I like that draft from mudgolems. I like it a lot. A lot of pressure, but also hard carry in the form of Faceless Void. The Faceless Void also got backup in defensive options from Rubik and Abaddon, who can both counter initiate pretty well. So this lineup's really rounded. Right now, I kind of fear for Khan because their lineup, it looks decent, but not that great.
I mean, what they lack in here right now with Khan is it? I don't think it's a matter of initiation, right? They have the tools to get in, and they
Yeah.
have a lot of bulk. Maybe a little bit more nuke damage in the lineup potentially.
It's hard. The lineup from Mudgolem seems impenetrable. The Shadow Team, there it is.
I mean,
You
we
said
called
it. There
earlier.
he is. There he is. Yeah. I mean,
It
it
makes
is a
sense,
decent
right?
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good pick against the Void, against the Chrono. It's pretty good against Abaddon. If you ult, you can like disrupt him. Yeah, I like that hero. It also offers a lot of magic damage potentially. Just a solid pick, and I think J4 has played this hero. Well, the last 8 years. Like this guy, ultra
Hmm.
old school, and Shadow Demon also one of his picks in the past.
So you're saying he should be somewhat good at the hero. Eight
Yeah,
years sounds like more than enough time to get, at least the basics and then some.
I mean, this guy. I've seen this guy dominate people on Power Rangers in like 2012. Some cops. I don't know,
Oh
like
hell yeah!
you won like 500 euros back then, but he was already owning.
Dude,
So let's see,
you're
let's
bringing a
see.
tear to my eye. I miss the good old Power Rangers days, man.
Yeah, I mean they were going strong for a really too long time. Like that was some good times.
What was the? I'm trying to think of some of the other classic CIS ones like Moscow Five.
Rock's Kiss also.
Ooh, yes,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
some OG. The retry, PPG, PGG.
I remember like Hellraisers back in those days. Obviously, Hellraisers are around again, but there was that long void where they were gone. And he's like,
Yeah,
why? But why?
I mean, there's always some fishy stuff going on with esports orgs, so probably some financing issues or something. But well, they solved it. Now they're back, and they got a sweet new logo.
Well, I mean, you say they solved their finance issues. I don't know. I've seen that new logo. It looks like they paid someone for 1 day's work, but they needed another four.
Man, it's like some eyebrows. It looks like eyebrows to me. This
Yes,
logo.
thank you. That's what I've been telling everyone. I literally refer to it as angry eyebrows. They're team angry eyebrows now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see. Like I'd say Mudgolems has the better draft here, but I think Khan has comfort, and they can work with this view on the Magnus. It's also a classic. I think their lineup is a bit one-dimensional, the Khan lineup, but I mean,
Hmm.
sometimes it works. Sometimes you just do your thing and win with it.
Do your thing.
Oh yeah.
I can see where you come from, right? Like, because I think for me, if there's two things I think of when I think of CIS, it's like Magnus and Shadow Demon, right? Like this
Yeah.
region is very comfortable with those picks, and they have proven time and time again they can play it well, they can play it easily. Especially when you have something that simplifies your draft, like a Beastmaster. I mean, I'm talking about simplifies. The Magnus does that as well. Like I think
Yeah.
those two heroes are the ones that I've quite often in the cast referenced as making the game easy, right? Like for these
Yeah.
tier 2, tier 3 teams where you can't maybe pull off a sophisticated draft that OG or Team Secret runs, it makes your game execution 10 times easier.
Yeah, that's true. Like the Magnus, it's just a farm monster. He amplifies the farm of your safe lane. So worst case, you farm a lot of creeps, you're gonna be rich. That's okay. That's a decent baseline. And the offlane Beastmaster, he offers disable, he offers pushing. That's also often two things you lack in your draft, but this guy, he covers it all. Like he pushes fast, he does Roshan fast, and he also has a hard lockdown through BKB. So the Beastmaster is kind of a jack of all trades, and yeah, it's just It's simple. You don't have to be a crazy magician. You can just do good, honest work and still win games.
True. It's like when you think of Beastmaster, right? People used to go, "Oh, whoa, that's a micro intense hero. I don't want that." And now you look at Beastmaster these days. It's rarely ever the Helm of Dominator. It's just build the Necro books, attack, click the hero, go.
Yeah,
you can win games with that. It's kind of that simple.
Yeah. Like the microing days are really over. Like you don't often go Dominator anymore. It's sometimes, but you don't often go Dominator anymore. And the Hawk, you don't even have to control it anymore. So yeah, it's the hero really got simplified a lot, and I think it's actually a good thing because yeah, there are still some micro heroes, but I think most of the heroes shouldn't be too micro intensive because after all, Dota is still a game people play. Oh, right there, Beastmaster put the Dominator in his quick buy. It shouldn't be too hard, I think, for the average player as well.
Yeah, I mean, you still have your complications such as Meepo.
Yeah, for example, yeah, there's still like the skill ceiling.
Otherwise, people like admin would just stop playing the game, right? Let's be like, I'm done. I'm going to Warcraft 4. What do you mean there's no Warcraft 4? Oh no.
It's reforged, man. It's reforged. Oh no! Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Oh no! Oh no! Rip all Blizzard sponsorships.
I mean,
he's never gonna go to Blizzard.
I occasionally say these things and then instantly know I will never ever get the opportunity to work any Blizzard event if they ever find any of these VODs. Right? Like, have I ever told you my fun theory about the competitive, like the projects Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm? Right? So
yeah,
Heroes of the Storm, very good casual game. They try to make it competitive. I'm gonna make it short because people go, oh, for God's sake. Hearthstone, very good competitive game. They decided they wanted to RNG it to make it more casual and appeal to like the more casual audience. It's almost like the two lead designers walked into the wrong meetings, said what they wanted, and then the team's like, okay, we worked really hard to make it this way. Okay, we'll just follow the lead's ideas.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? Well, let's talk about Dota because Dota is, after all, the best game in the world.
Like, we don't need no other game, okay? Look at this game. 10 years from now, it'll still be going. There won't be any free. There will be Dota 2.5 or Dota Squared. Those are possibilities.
Yeah.
But we'll still be here. We'll still be kicking. And I think, like, back to what you were saying about the drafts, the other interesting thing I really like about mudgolems is it's not just in on the Faceless Void, right? This is the thing about the Nature's Prophet that's really nice in this type of game, is if Void just tanks up and becomes this front line and absorbs all the damage, you know you're going to have a Nature's Prophet that's going to be hitting pretty hard in that late game scenario.
Yeah, this Nature's Prophet, he's going to carry hard. And Magnus is also not a hero that pressures him on lane. Like, this mid lane is going to be a wash. Like, both are going to be like 5k net worth at minute 10, or 4.5 to 5k net worth. They're both going to be super big. And yeah, so this Nature's Prophet will have a huge impact. And he's also a hero that deals a lot in the chrono. Like, he's ranged. His ult deals a lot of damage. So yeah, the Nature's Prophet is going to carry. Like, sometimes he falls off, but in this game, he's going to be full carry mode, full beast mode. He's not gonna really grow weak in the later stages.
That's what I like is when you have these drafts that have this big ultimate, you have complementary elements, right? But you have ways of playing outside of that as well. You know, the days of going, let's grab Enigma in the pos 4 and Tidehunter in the 3, and we're gonna get Magnus in the 2, and then get Faceless Void in the 1. Like, those days are gone, right? Teams have gotten too good at punishing you on the downtime if you don't have something else to work with.
Yeah, the big cooldown ults, they are sweet, but they can be punished, and they will be punished against good teams.
It doesn't make me miss it sometimes, though. You know, it was like a symphony, right? When you just hit every ultimate correctly. But nowadays, you have that kind of skeptic side where you look and go, well, they shouldn't have been allowed to hit 5 of those ultimates in a row.
Yeah. But yeah, the mudgolems with a pretty standard offlane Rubik Abaddon. It hasn't been meta in a long time, but it's a very good lane, and it has been in the past because it's just two super solid laners, and yeah, they're having a good time. I think mid will also be a pretty decent lane for the Natures, and I think bottom is also very playable for the mudgolems, so I don't think they have to be afraid on any lane.
It's going to be interesting to see the impact that Lina instead of a Rubik has with this kind of lane matchup, right? Because you have stronger defensive spells for when you're initiated on, right? Like, Rubik is good for offsetting that attritional aggression, right, over time with Fade Bolt. But Gilga will have access to the LSA and can, as you said earlier, pressure the Snapfire better. Yeah.
Like, the Lina can apply a bit of pressure, but I think the Void will still have a good lane.
it's going to be interesting to see if they make moves now, because I think level 2 is kind of your sweet spot with this combo. That's when you should be able to kill.
Yeah.
It's just Gilgo is keeping the pressure on pretty well so far.
Yeah, man, he's playing it pretty well here. Like, he's playing it perfectly. That's pretty dominating from him. Like, I'm also amazed by these people. Like, they're so damn good at the game. It's nice looking at these lanes being played out, because it's so high level. It's so high level.
This is like grind your gears. So these are the people that are never on your side. They're always against you, right?
Yeah, always. This guy, man, he's a beast, and he's also been grinding. This guy has been grinding for years, and finally he's on a really good team. I love it when I see things like this, but he's overextending slightly. Getting punished.
Well, if he gets bashed, he's done. Fairy Fire will get him out, though. Fiery Soul saves the day.
Yeah, it does. But the Void didn't have his Orbital Venom yet. If he had it, that probably would have been a kill.
Yeah, he's been kind of suffering a little on the CS, considering the amount of LSAs he's been tanking. In fact, Beastmaster has almost double his CS.
Yeah. Level 3 is also going to be like a power spike for the Beastmaster, because he'll have level 2 Call of the Wild, and that skill scales really, really well. So it might actually be a problematic lane for Crazy. The Khan boys have been playing it really well. They've kept the lane back. Gilgir has stopped the pulls, so Khan has been playing this off lane perfectly, in my opinion. Perfect.
No, it's important that you bring up those boards, right? I think that's why the Beastmaster keeps losing to this combo at the moment, is because this combo gets its power spike at 2, whereas Beastmaster requires level 3.
Yeah, that's probably it. But the Lina has been protecting the Boros perfectly. Their play is impeccable. But the other lanes,
protecting, it's actually just beating the crap out of Fada. I think you're about to mention how the other lanes are mostly a snooze fest, right?
The other lanes they're going pretty well for mudgolems, but bottom is really the only lane they've kind of been struggling in. I mean, it's not a rough struggle, but it's not an easy lane. That's not.
You have recovery elements around this Void, though, right? Like we mentioned, you've got those complementary elements in the chrono that aren't forced, but if you need it in those early bubbles, they're going to be there.
Yeah. And Abaddon on the off lane, like, he's doing a crazy build. Like, he's queued a Vanguard. I'm not so sure about that. I haven't seen many Abaddons in the last weeks, but it seems kind of weird, champ. But well, let's see.
Yeah, I wonder if something like a little bit simple like a Vlad's might serve your team better. You've got a lot of heroes that actually benefit from the lifesteal and the increase in damage.
Oh. But the thing about Vanguard is it builds into Crimson, and Crimson is insanely valuable against Lifestealer and Magnus. Bottom first blood, by the way.
Easy kill. And not just the Magnus, like this is the other element, right? The Beastmaster, because that army's going to be coming at you. The use of the Crimson Guard saves everyone's lives.
Yeah, that's true. And Gilgir, he played well. He played really aggressive, but when the Orb of Venom hit, he didn't really see it. He didn't anticipate the Orb of Venom, and then he died to it. And that's actually a big mistake by him, because Lina is a hero that has to dominate lanes on pos 4. Like, if you pick that hero on pos 4, he has to dominate lanes, and giving up a kill like this, feels bad. Feels really bad.
I feel like you start writing him obituary there. It's like, yep, Gilgup, we had a really good time, but death's an inevitability. We all have to accept our end, and when poison enters your system.
This hero is really delicate. It's like a Queen of Pain in mid. It's also a hero that snowballs well, but if you die 1 or 2 times, not that great hero anymore. So yeah, Lina 4 is kind of similar in my opinion. But well,
you trade certain elements, right? Like, for example, when you look at the comparison, Queen of Pain has more mobility, but one thing that Lina does have going for her in comparison is pushing out waves as the game goes on. You don't have to expose yourself like a Queen of Pain does.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, as you said, mid lane, that is kind of snooze fest. Both people like having ultra free farm, jungling. They're both having a good time at least. So, but let's see. The Nature Prophet has the global ult, has the global port. I think this Nature Prophet can actually make something happen on top or bottom lane. Let's see when's the time. I think bottom is a prime target for him. Bottom, the Beastmaster, yeah, he has boots, but still, when the NP TP's in, that should be a kill. Let's see.
Oh, there's a possibility top as well. Like, Naive is being kept around the half HP mark at all times. Every time he steps up, they apply the pressure.
Yeah.
But Raffination will just set up the kill. Why rise when you can just press one button and wow, he'll come now because he realizes they need the bonus kill. And that Sprout will be enough for him to get the final click out of the Cheshire.
Damn, this Nature Prophet deals so much damage. Like, he does 89 plus 22 at minute 6. That's disgusting.
Why did they ever buff this ultimate?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like it's consistently been one of those ones that I think people kind of slept on the concept of like the damage output, or it wasn't talked about a lot, right? It's like the final bounce works out to be something like, is it? I'm trying to think it's around
It's
400?
more than a finger of death. It's more than a finger
Yeah.
of death. It's like 700 magic damage, which translates to like 510 damage, and that's insane if you look at the HP pool. Like Snapper has 800.
That's a strength
pretty
error.
insane. Yeah. Oh, Skidder's having some issues on
This is a sad death. Good lord.
Oh. he just got ran down, and that's the weakness of 1-1-3. You can get punished because the cooldown on time walk is so damn high.
And then also, you know, Snapfires, they never level the cookie more than once in the early phases, right? So you haven't got this quicker cooldown that can allow you to get him out of a jam.
Yeah. The little shatter, with the armor loss, the armor loss change, that skill is just too good to skip it. It's like -6 armor. That's sturdy. It's sturdy.
Not surprised they did buff that. I feel like that was the skill that was really quickly getting overlooked. Like there was a meme build when the hero first came out, and that's about it. And here comes the rotation again. Cheshire Cat knows he's dead. Yilgar on the side is slowed, but he might be far enough away. If not for the Chrono, Skier's like, hell no, get the hell out of my lane, you filthy Lina spammer.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be crazy with those Chronos. I think many Void players, many amateur Void players, they want to save their Chrono for the big Chrono, for the 4-man Chrono or something. Oh, Top has been going on 33, but he's got a Vanguard, man. He's so safe.
Yeah, it's an Abaddon with a Vanguard. Like both of those elements together is like, what's the point? Like, look at this. This is pretty pitiful.
Yeah, Kitten's hitting him.
And it's just a little squeaking noise every time he slaps. It's like, okay. What's your game plan?
Showdown is actually pretty good against Abaddon, though, because you can make illusions of him, and these illusions will apply the Curse of Avernus pretty fast.
Surprised that never got removed, right? Because like you can do it with your own with a Manta Star. Most of those kind of elements have been removed. The heroes that were able to stack the 4 stacks. I think did Monkey King have it when it first came out? He might have done.
I'm not sure. I don't know about that. But yeah, Abaddon's one of those heroes still. And I mean, I've seen KO1 go for Radiance Manta Abba, and that looked pretty sweet as well. So I'm not sure if I want it removed.
Yeah, that was quite popular in the NASA region a few months back. I think Sammy Boy was doing it a lot as well, the Abaddon +1.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Like these off-meta things, I love them. That's why I play Dota, not the other game. Where you're banned for doing off-meta things.
The other terrible... Oh, God, yeah. You didn't pick one of the top 10 junglers. You're scum. And we're like, yo, we don't define our junglers. We let them define themselves, okay?
Yeah.
You know, if I want to do Axe +4, which I do, I'll do it. If I want to do Mars +4, I'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, Top, Abaddon, being gone on, but literally no damage. Literally no damage.
I keep like looking up here, it's like, oh really? What's happening? I was like, why are you baiting me, Jay? Like, what the hell? This is like, I just gotta look away.
I
look,
doubted the
three
Vanguard,
heroes here. Look, they don't even get in the rune.
Easy.
Oh my
easy
god.
For 33. Everyone who doubts this Vanguard is a non-believer. I just have to say. Like Leicester, I mean, he's one of those heroes that hit for a low amount, but often, whoa, what items do we buy then? Vanguard.
Yeah, and the way that Lifesteal works now is he got buffed to his own element of sustain, right? But the loss was, of course, you don't hit hard like you did before in the early phases against these strength heroes. Yeah,
exactly. Skeeter has his mom now, and his Chrono is back up. Okay, well, his mom has to be delivered, but he's gonna have it soon. So he's also... Well. Yeah, they're gonna look for a big kill. No, they don't want to kill the Lina. They want to kill something big. Maybe the Magnus. Maybe the Leicester. Let's see if they TP top. Maybe.
I mean, if you just beat the crap out of the beast, it can work. They're actually gonna move up around in the top lane. Orchid already, but Naive too quick to move away. RP dragging him in. The punishment to come out. RP stolen. Milan will get it off, but it's too late. They've already lost the Nature's Prophet. They need to retreat.
Perfect play by Mio.
Need more bot.
On the. Oh my god.
I mean, that was the Chrono used, but it's even better value when you're not going to get the kill, but he uses his only tool and now finding a kill for another minute when he's up.
Oh yeah, he used that roar defensively. That hurts because it's actually a big cooldown. 90 seconds. That's pretty big.
Like for reference, it's more or less matching when Kisses is going to be available again, and that's the thing about this spell, right? Like
top the lifestealer. Holy moly.
Naive.
Holy moly.
Now, he will not get silenced, but there's a TP coming in, and Mio may have made a mistake as the Orchid will come out. I'll sprout him in, cut the trees, silence him up for the second time as if one was not enough. The second one will ensure he dies. Wait, 33's not done. He's like, where the hell is he?
No.
He'll rip his face off. Okay,
Oh,
he
yeah,
the
man.
tower instead, though.
It's 2 times is the charm, apparently. Like, Nate's Prophet TP top once, got RP'd. Well, then, the RP is cooldown. He can do it again. Pressure the tower, get the kill. That's big, that's big. Mudgolems are really getting a head start on tempo right now. Let's see if they defend bottom tower. Often you trade the towers, but they seem to be defending it at 33. Like, he's well equipped to defend this.
And he's got reinforcements coming in. They ain't got kisses for a while. 33 able to just kind of walk this off. You need to be careful about ultimate.
Yes, it's ult.
Cheshire Cat needs to be careful. Cookie on point. Piranha with the rotation in. The silence is out. Beastmaster is gone. Naive is going to hit the high road. Drops into the creep. He's like, peace. I was never here. J4 has no escape plan, though.
Oh, damn. This was a bold move by the Mudgolem boys, but they perfectly decided which hero to bring first. Which hero? Well, the Abaddon. Why? Because he's a tanky mother effer. And then they had the time to go in with all the heroes and defend the tower. And Khan, they just thought, they're gonna leave the tower. We're just gonna push the tower. Nope, they're defending with everything they got. And they get everything. Khan got 3 heroes, the tower defense, and now the map is wide open for the Mudgolems.
It's kind of the stupid part about Nature's Prophet, right? Like, this is always the skill that people go, oh my god, that's kind of broken, is the global TP, right? Any spells which allow you to kind of displace or replace yourself somewhere so quickly is always going to be that kind of controversial point. But that's the whole reason that defense happens bot, right? That's the whole reason top immediately after the RP is used as an instant play again, is because you don't have this limitation that a lot of heroes in Dota are limited by.
Yeah. Oh, mid lane.
Her movement's completely limited.
This game is escalating very quickly. The Nature's Prophet, as I said in the draft, it's so high tempo. It's so high tempo. He took the top tower. He won the bot lane. He pushed the mid lane now. Like, this hero offers so much, and Borania is playing it perfect. And he's rushing Assault. He's rushing Assault. Why? To get the objectives. Assault Curse is the item you want if you want to pressure objectives. Towers, Roshan, even Rex. This item is the item you want.
And this is the stupid part about 33 in this game, right? Like, the way he's built, he's got that Vanguard, now going to complete the Flash very soon. Even more push potential is they can play in such a confident way. If we didn't have a hero with a hard dispel like this, probably we see Piranha considering a BKB next, or some sort of survival type item against these heroes.
Yeah. But, man, these items, like the Mudgolems, they're going to have a pretty good death ball running in like 5 minutes. It's gonna be insane. What is even going better for you? He's like, okay guys, you go all aura items. I'll just secure the late game. If we somehow throw this game, I'll still have the farming capability of carrying this late. So Mudgolems, they're going early aggression, but they're also not saying, well, fuck late game, we are gonna have to win early. No, they're also saying, well, I go Battle Fury, I'm gonna secure the late game, if it comes to that.
It's a confident move when the opponents have a built-in Battle Fury to a hero that can give it to other heroes, and you go, challenge accepted. I will now go back for that item and still have more gold than you later on in the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Skiro doesn't have the perfect laning stage. Look, he has 8 assists, no kills, so he doesn't have the perfect game, but it's gonna be a perfect game soonish if he continues to farm at this pace. He also got the Empower from the Rubik who stole it. That's pretty sweet as well.
So that's that moment where he just strokes Milan's face. He's like, never steal a spell again unless it's that one.
This is your spell now. Forever and ever.
Of course, you mentioned he didn't get many kills. He only got the assist. But of course, the man who did get the kills is Fada, who just completed his drum. So even more items to just ramp up this early aggression.
Yeah. Oh, 33 in bottom now. Another move on the bot lane. Another move for 33.
Again, though. Is it a real move? I mean, it kind of looks like a real one, but you want to run.
They popped his ult. They popped his ult.
Wow.
Hey, come on.
They
popped
him,
his ult.
Guys.
That's got to be good for something. Skido's ready with the Chrono. Oh man, this is going to be a big damn teamfight. Magnus has Dagger ready. Dagger, RP, and Magnus. This is going to be fucking... Holy moly.
They need to be careful. That Hawk did scout for a moment, but they're wise to Mio being in the neighborhood. They anticipate this Blink Dagger must be coming now, if not soon. They do have that ward, so they see these heroes coming through.
Father's still caught. Father's caught. He has no TP in that position.
You say core, I say amply positioned for spitting in people's faces.
Okay, but his team doesn't seem to be.
No, he doesn't agree. But he's like, nope, peace.
Yeah, they tried it, but at minute 16 you can't defend that tower if the enemies bring every single hero in the book.
Yeah, unless you get like a free man chrono, then it's all game.
Yeah.
And with this smoke, they're gonna find the biggest team fight element of Khan as Mio gets caught out, throws out the RP, and he gives it over again to Milan.
Oh boy, on bottom Fata, dying. 400 gold. Big streak for Cheshire Kid.
I mean, yes, but Mio now doesn't have the RP, even though he's just got his blink. And more importantly, instead of just tanking that death and accepting, maybe we come back and we stop them from going into the pit, for example.
No, they can't do it. They can't do it. No chance. No chance. If they try to contest this, they will lose the game flat out. That's it. And Milan also is close to dagger. Like, he'll have his dagger in 700 gold, and he'll still have the RP when his dagger arrives. So Milan is on his way to make a big fucking move. And he hasn't so far. It's 0-0-1. But well, let's see what happens with the RP.
This is what we talk about Rubik, right? Early on, all you really need to do, you zap on the creeps, you kind of hit the heroes of the Fate Bolt. They can't really get on you or your off-laner. Then you get to this stage in the game, you go, oh, look, a greedy mid who doesn't want to die. Let me just use that against him. I'm going to yoink this, and all of a sudden, I'm the Magnus. I'm the big threat. I'm the killer.
Yeah. And the thing about Rubik is, back in the days, people had issues stealing spells, but right now, if you are a good Rubik player, you'll get the RP. That's it. If he doesn't RP you, or if his team doesn't control you, you'll always get it. The Rubiks are too good to not steal RP right now. So Magnus, he can't do anything but pray that his team controls the Rubik or something.
Make it sound like Rubik players have gone through sound training. They hear the RP, they instantly start mashing the R button. Where's he at?
Yep. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Damn
big
good
ults.
training. It's like,
and it's pretty easy.
I mean, that taught me how to get runes. Instead, I used Admiral Bulldog screaming runes, and eventually, like, you have on a 5-minute timer, you'd be surprised how effective this type of stuff is, okay?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's also about the PMA, about the positive thinking. And when there's, like, someone screaming happily, you're also going to be happy. Mid Abaddon being gone on again.
I'm not falling for it anymore. Yeah. Fool me once,
J4.
shame on you. J4 fools himself, though. Time dilation, slow him down. Skidder says, come here, I want a hug. But he won't get it. Baranya hits way too hard. 200 damage already on this Prophet.
Yeah, 200 damage, minus armor, almost 30 armor of Let's ready. Like, this guy is a beast.
Speaking of beast, this is a hero that we really haven't been able to have too much impact so far. I mean, look at his net worth at this stage in the game. Dirt poor on a Beastmaster, not something you see too often.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom lane, it was fine. Until that one kill on the Lena with the Rubber Venom. Then the lane went to, well, not that good of a lane anymore. And then the NP gang came, and then the lane was just totally over. That's the power of the NP.
But is that also the volatility of Lena in general? Not even just in the 4 role, right? It's this type of hero that if you die a few times, or in this case once or twice, you suddenly feel a little bit lost in the lane.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The hero, it's because of his slow cast animations. Like this hero, if you just jump on him, he can't really do anything because his animations are so slow. You can just sidestep the stun. It's just rough. This hero doesn't play well from behind. There are heroes that can play from behind, like Void, for example. You can get a big chrono every time and still turn the game around. But Lina, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, even Laguna, right? They can go, oh, wow, you got this big nuke. But it's like we've seen time and time again, like the cast animation's a bit long. There are actual ways to dodge it, as there are frames where you can actually skip it entirely.
Yeah. And bottom another kill on the Beastmaster. Nature's probably close to MKB. This game is really spiraling out of control. It's only 5k lead, but this looks dire. This looks dire. The Khan boys, they gotta do a big move right now.
Correction, this looks radiant. In the dark side, anyway. But it's important you bring up that net worth difference, right? Because like you look at it, and you're right, there's not that much gold in it in the grand scheme of things. But it's the effective net worth. It's the way these heroes are using their gold. It's the amount of gold these heroes need to be effective. It's so much lower on the side of mudgolems than what Khan requires.
Oh, beautiful cookie. Beautiful cookie in this guy. His life.
He's like, no, get the hell away from me. I'm a diabetic.
Okay. I guess they let him alone.
Oh, he didn't want to CP, right? Because they're about to pressure the base. So is it worth it for a Lena kill when you can just get in base like this?
Yeah, it's true, probably. Oh, pop and live.
Really
They're
early.
just gonna back out probably. A Baron also pretty close to Solar Crest. Man, these items, and they're coming up, and they're.
It reminds me of the way that the Team Secret item is, right? Like some fans will be like, "How dare you compare them to Team Secret? They only just formed." But like the point is the way whenever you watch a Team Secret game, the next little thing they do is they divvy up the gold very well. But they understand like the items they need to complement each other. It's not about these kind of like what makes my hero the god hero able to do my thing. It's about how do I enable that guy? How does that guy enable me?
Yeah, I think one of the earliest teams that really understood it is OG. I think OG was during their two-time Popfather. He's dead.
It's a little bit greedy out there alone. They are rapping
Skeeter.
though.
Skeeter. Oh.
Primal Roar. They do jump onto Milan, but the Chrono's going to go down and save the day. Cheshire Cat the target. I don't know if they have enough damage to bring him down. They need some reinforcements. The buyback comes out from Fada. Milan able to move away. Star's going to go out to make sure that Magnus cannot kill him off though. Lifted up in the air, drag back BKB. Skewer across looking for the kill into Milan alone, who's wasting more of his time and he might not even get it. Shockwave will finish off the kill, but where are you for the rest of this fight, Abaddon? Trying to sidestep, has got his ultimate pop. The Aegis gets taken away. Piranha stand his ground, able to heal up though. The Phonic Shield to protect him. Kilga trying to break through him, but he can't. Not enough damage. He won't be able to find the kill. And now Shadow Demon trying to do it too will be able to bring him down. 3 for 3 exchange. Well, that was the dieback from Fada.
Well, that looked pretty damn well for Khan. Like they made it happen. The Faceless Void, you saw his damage isn't that great. The Battlefield build, like he wasn't able to kill in the Chrono. Like sure, he died eventually, but the Void, he didn't really deal that much damage. But still, the power of Mudgolems, their auras are too strong. Like they are too strong, these auras. There was a perfect fight by Khan, and they barely did well in that fight because of just all the auras. It was absurd. Vlad's assault, it's too many auras. Too many auras.
Is it too many though? Could we not have more? I'm sure there are more auras we can slide in there, guys. What do we need next? Let's go for a pipe. Maybe a pipe.
Pipe? Ah, nah, they don't need a pipe. I'm not sure about that pipe. I think the Solar Crest
for everything is fine.
I think the Solar Crest on the Abaddon is the next big thing. And well, the Void needs some items. That's for sure. I mean, he's got the Mom, he's got the Battlefield. That's nice. But he's not really ready yet. Going for the Manta.
Well, I thought he was ready to try and fight Khan. They're smoked up. They're on the move. Of course, they do not have the RPs that was used on the other side of the fight by Mio.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm not sure about that. Like,
especially with 33. This is the life with this Abaddon. He's like, oh, smoke, cool.
Yeah, he even went the Blink Dagger. Many people don't know that, but if you're in your ult, you don't technically get damaged, and that's why you can always Blink Dagger in your ult. It's not getting cancelled while your ult is running, so it's kind of a safe escape. Bar things like OG imprisonment and stuff, but yeah, it's practically a get out of jail free card. This Blink Dagger on Abaddon.
Yeah, it's true. Like it's one of those situations where like if you think the way you play Abaddon, you kind of want to be pushing this more dangerous lane if you're not stacking as 5. And usually the crux is, even though you have borrowed time, can they run you down? Of course, as you mentioned with the Blink Dagger, you're like, well, okay. I don't have to randomly run down the lane and pray that they stop chasing me. I can just get in the trees and TP out.
Yeah, exactly. J4 just popped the smoke. Good move. But the boys from Mudgolems are getting the bounties. That's pretty big economical damage if you don't get a single one at minute 25. Oh, Gilgear. Oh, whoa. This guy is... he's being scouted. But Mudgolems, they're defensive. Yeah, Mudgolems, they are not overextending. They saw, oh, damn, we can lose teamfights. We can actually lose teamfights. And they're playing a bit more scared right now. And they should be, because the Khan boys, they've shown that they can take teamfights pretty well.
Yeah, I think they're understanding that like there's some important pass bites they had to grab. So you can already see Fada's now up to level 13. You got those level 2 kisses to work with. And when you look on the side of Khan, you know, you've got that magic immunity, but if you're in the bubble, well, no chance to cast it. And the only person who has a BKB on your side is this Magnus. So you are pretty prone, especially in these choke points that you're now standing in. And if you initiate too hard on 33, you might actually bite your own foot off here.
Yeah, you can't break your positioning by going on that hero. That's not possible. But they get good illusions off of him. That's good. He's staggering out, though.
That's good.
Because he had the shield. Yeah. That's also an interaction many people don't know. But if you got the shield on yourself, your Blink Dagger is also not getting cancelled. So if the shield is on him, J4 banishes him and uses the Shadow Prison to cancel the dagger. It won't cancel it because he's got the shield on him.
It's something that people realize about Templar Assassin because you see Blink Dagger almost all the time, right? But Abaddon, it's very rare you see this hero pick up the Blink Dagger in professional games.
Yeah, exactly. Abaddon is kind of a poor man's Templar Assassin in that case. Oh, like 33s. It's gonna be like, a third time?
I mean, he's like, as long as they're here, they're nowhere else, right? The rest of my team can just farm. He's had enough. He's actually gone in. This may be a little bit too greedy. Skewed away from his teammates. Primal Roar goes out onto Fada. He has got the cookie to try and move away, though. And the axes are the only thing that Milan's able to steal. On the side, RP is going to be used. Yours as well. As the borrowed time runs out, 33 is dead.
Skeeter bottom. Chrono Knife, though. Good move on two ends of the map. Perfect play. They trade the Abaddon for the Lifestealer. That's a pretty smart move. These mudgolems guys, they're pretty good at the game, I think.
And it's smart the way they form around him, right? That formation there, the Rubik plus the Snapfire. If you see only 2 heroes there, you know you can make a play with 33. You know you can go for those kills instead. And usually this is what we talk about the Nature's Prophet for, right? Is he can be off somewhere else or respecting be off somewhere else. But mudgolems are feeling so confident that they're playing 2 different sides of the map in 2 different groups.
Yeah, they pulled them. To 2 lanes and punished it perfectly because of the superior vision. SD being gone on again.
Okay, full low. Can't get away though. Fada, he says, "No, you're not. Come back here." Kisses him. Good night. And then he'll chase forward on a Cheshire Cat, but the kiss is still running. The stance out as well. He's also gone.
Oh
now they can resume finishing that Roche.
This is disgusting. Like,
I mean, of course it's disgusting. Like, where do you think those kisses come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's pretty good to take walk right there.
That's true. Roshan going down, that's going to be an Aegis, probably for... I think the Natures should take it, actually. Let's see.
Yeah, he's free to also
take it.
He'll take the cheese instead.
Oh. Alright.
I guess the logic is, like, Skit is more likely to be initiated upon, right? Because Baranya can dictate where he shows up in these fights. He's less vulnerable.
Yeah. That is true. I just thought about the fact that the NP is better at hitting high ground with. So, well... Cheese is almost as good in this game as Aegis because you got the Heart Dispel and Abaddon, so you won't die in a stun. In this case,
and I think
will get the cheese out.
Highlighted, like the other thing that's amazing about the way that they set up this Roche play is the way it's anticipated moments before. Right, we already said about that kill on each side of the map as we're gonna see Shadow Demon go down, but it's the fact that they force the RP. They have to use the RP just to get a kill on 33 in this game.
Yeah. That was a pretty good move to just sacrifice the 33 Abaddon. I mean, no offense, but this guy is an aura bot. He doesn't need to be like doing magic tricks. He's just the aura bot. He needs to force enemy spells, and he did it. The RP, the big cooldown, most important cooldown for Khan right now. And then you can just easily Roche, no problem. And now they're on high ground, punishing the tier 3.
I don't think punishment really does it justice here. Beating his ass in right now. I don't know if Building's had an ass, 33's finding it right now with that sword.
That's true. They seem to be kind of trying to defend this ranged barracks.
I mean, why? At that point, it's not worth the risk. You've now got RP, so potentially, but you've still got to worry about that Aegis.
Yeah. Naive close to his assault.
Naive close to death. Skitter's got the chrono. Sees it, goes straight for it. He did get the rage off, so the bash damage will at least be reduced somewhat, but the damage is way too high. He's gone.
It's way too high. The NP coming in with this
contribution wink.
Yeah, I mean, 1 hit is enough to finish him.
All right, how many kisses is enough? I don't know if these supports want any more kisses.
The J4 Shadow Demon having a real rough time here, and this is going to be a second side for sure. They got creeps in mid lane, and the next creeper is also coming. Meanwhile, Beast Masters being going on.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Sayonara, sucker. No way out of that. Baranya is scary as all hell right now.
They're being pulled apart here. Real good.
And they found more. Mio, he does. He actually had to use the RP for that.
I mean, he got the Rubik. He got the Rubik. That's something, but
I'm pretty sure that's what he's telling himself. But yeah, I think the rest of his team is not happy with that decision. Right now, Mio's like, I made an executive decision. And they're like, no, that's not how this works. We're a team, please.
Yeah, now your throne is getting pummeled on your RPs and cooldown, but really, like, he's finished his BKB, he's finished his basher. Mio has tools, but they don't have damage, and the throne is going down.
Oh, GG. Game 1, mudgolem. Oh man, they're just making a look. I want to say pretty clean. I mean, we were a little bit worried about that bot lane for a moment, but Baranya, he was like, everyone, up on my shoulders. Get up right
Yeah.
on here right now. All right, we're gonna go for a ride. I'm gonna be your giant, weird ogre thing for your alchemist, and we'll waddle around the map and beat everyone to death.
Yeah, like I gotta say, like this game was 90% carried by Nature's Prophet. He played well mid. Of course, he cannot pressure the Magnus, but he played well mid. Got a lot of farm. Then he got a lot of level. He got his ult. He won the bot lane with his ult. He killed 2 people there. Then he TP'd top, used his treants to push the tower, and then 2 minutes later they pushed mid tower, and this was all off of Nature's Prophet. And this guy, like, I don't know if you want to give him Nature's Prophet again because this looked dirty. Like this Nature's Prophet, like 100% destroyed Khan single-handedly almost. I mean, look at
The
look
net
at
worth, I just
yeah. I mean, look at Milan 33. They didn't really have to do anything. They had like to go some auras, stay behind. 33, he can go in, just chill while Boania carries the game. Easy. That's how you want it to go.
yeah. I mean, like this is the interesting thing about this mudgolems roster is I know a lot of people they talk about 33, for example. Whenever he's on a team, there seems to be this kind of idea about playing around him. Whether that's what he wants or
Yeah.
not, the teams decide that, right? And we've
Yeah.
seen teams with Skidder as well. Skidder is usually this type of carry that likes to be able to play his game his way.
Yeah.
And then Baranya, of course, guy who's been on the same kind of stacks. I think the way Liz always says it is like these players in the Slav region have played with each other all at some point. And
Yeah.
always there was never this kind of feeling in that situation that Baranya ever got his chance to shine.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about mudgolems that we've seen present, I think, time and time again so far in this tournament, we're definitely seeing it in this one, is they can have this situation where anyone has a good game, right? And then
Yeah.
they can play off of it, which is a very strong skill that a lot of teams do lack currently.
Yeah, that is true. Like you want everyone on your team to have like the spotlight potentially, and they got it. And Boania, he was in aggressive mode. They performed pretty well in the last LAN before COVID, I think. They did pretty well there, but that was really his only shining star moment. I think he played WESG before, but yeah, he hasn't really had a breakout. And this team seems to be the team with the most potential he's ever been on. And many people have asked themselves, "Hey, Vater, why is he not playing with Nine, his German friend? They have some connection, and Nine is a free agent." Many people said, "Oh, why Borania? Why aren't they playing with Nine? Because Nine has been proven to be an excellent top player." But well, they have Borania on mid lane, and he's been doing well in these games.
Yep, definitely slotting in well with this lineup. And each day has passed by, we've seen mudgolems look better and better. And they
Yeah.
aren't letting us down here. As they take game one, they might let us down by expectations for a long day of Dota, though, because if game two is anything like game one, we're going to have a very quick start to this day. We'll have to find
That
out,
is
though,
true.
in just a